Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the Sunday video. We're just doing a little car fun tracking right here, and I'm gonna leave this up for a little bit of discussion. So you can see right here, we got some money. Some of this is a little bit of side work, some of this is from the scrapyard. So if you haven't seen the video where we talked about this before, what we're doing is we're saving up for one of my dream cars. Now my ultimate dream car is a 2007 Shelby GT500, so that would be the #1 choice. I've talked about a VR4 a little bit, and honestly now, after driving that Audi Quattro TT, that's kind of on my list as well. So this whole thing started out by me wanting to buy a car with money that I saved from scrap metal. So there's a little bit of different money in there now, a little bit of side work money, but it's primarily scrap metal, and I'm keeping track of that with these tickets. So I'll open this up and let you see how that works. So basically what this is it just tells us what the value of the metal that we turned in was, how much weight we have, and I saved these all in a bag. Or envelope rather. This is all of those. And that's just so I know when I get to the end goal what my grand total was contributed by scrap metal. So yeah, that's what that is. But like on this ticket here, this was just a steel load, and steel is really down right now. I got $35.75 for 1,300 pounds. And all this metal just sits on the side of my toolbox at work, and it looks like shit. So I had to turn it in. I couldn't wait any longer. So yeah, I just brought in a load of steel, and we got 37 bucks, which the scrapyard's only a couple blocks from work, so it literally is like no effort to me to bring it in and get the money. Even if it's only 35 bucks because it was just steel, I didn't bring any of my non-ferrous metal in. Who cares? It's free money, right? So that was part of this. So this is going in the fund. The fund is right here. There it is. That's what we got so far. Now, we did a little bit of a breakdown here on this graph. I'm gonna get that zoomed in and we'll talk about that in a minute. But that just kind of breaks down the 3 cars that I'm kind of thinking about. And I really think I know what I'm gonna do, but just for fun, just for a visual, I put 3 cars up here. So we got a GT500 here, we got a VR4, and an Audi Quattro. So we're gonna talk about that in just a minute. All right, so right now it looks like we're at $2,006, and then I got some change there. So there's quite a bit of change there. I'm just gonna guess that's around 70 bucks. I have no idea. I'd have to go and turn it in, but I don't really care enough to do that. So we have over $2,000, which is pretty good. That's just for my scrap. That's just from, again, scrapping and a little bit of side work. So we're gonna see how that relates to this graph. So like I said, we got the GT500, we got the VR4, and we got the Audi Quattro TT. Now, I took all of these numbers, and they're just kind of averages that I have found for the price range that would be what I'm looking for. You can find GT500s that cost more than that for the first generation, and if you get into salvaged and damaged vehicles, you can find them quite a bit cheaper. This is kind of a high mileage for a GT500 price. This price that I put on here is $24,000 for an 07, and that'll get you something, like I said, high mileage. It'll come with about 60 to 80,000 miles on it. Next, we got pricing on a first gen VR4. And I put 7K on there, and that should get you something that's fairly clean. You can find them cheaper, but I want something that's in decent shape. So 7 grand can find you a pretty decent VR4. And lastly, we got the Audi Quattro TT. So this is for an MK1, just like the one that I just reviewed. And you can get a really nice one, like I said, for about $4,000. So I put that on there. So we got $4,000, $7,000, $24,000. Now, the GT500 hands down is my favorite of these 3. That's a dream car of mine. I've loved it for a long time. And honestly, I think I'm just going to keep saving for that. I think that's what's going to happen. But I did break this down just a little bit, just so we can kind of see how it would look where we're at with our fund. So halfway on a GT500 would be $12,000. Halfway on a VR4 would be $3,500, and halfway on a TT would be $2,000. The attractive thing about the TT is, like I said, it's a really fun car, and I'm already above this mark. I kind of didn't know exactly how much when I made this chart. So I'm already over halfway to being able to get something like that, and if I could find a good deal, I could probably get one for less than $4,000. On the VR4, like I said, half would be $3,500. You can see we're a little ways off, but not much. And the GT500, this looks kind of sad, but you can see I broke it down. Half is $12,000, half of that. So a fourth of the way there would be 6. An eighth of the way there would be 3. And a 16th we would look at $1.5 thousand. So we're not quite to an eighth of the way there if I spend that $24,000. We're not quite an eighth of the way there. So that's just kind of an update on how the car fund's going. I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a while. I thought it'd be kind of fun. We're going to head out to the garage. We got some stuff to look at out there. See you in a minute. So I lied. Before we go out to the garage, I'm going to go grab something to eat quick.
I forgot we got something to show you.
Would you just look at it? Pallet on top and everything. And it's even zip tied on there. That's how we got that here. I'm gonna paint it black. Gonna be my basket, bro. If I leave this thing on here any longer, people are probably gonna think I'm from Alabama or something. Have 11 toes, you know. Something like that. I was just kidding about the Alabama thing. Not really though. I'm gonna go get something to eat quick. So the pallet on the roof's actually just for the wood stove. It's just fuel for the stove, so that's why that's there. And I don't really give a shit, it works. So if it looks stupid and it works, it ain't stupid. We've been over that before. I'm gonna go grab something to eat, fire up the stove, I'll meet you in the garage. You know what, screw it, let my pizza get cold. We're gonna go do a little drifting. I really wonder what people are gonna think when they see a guy in a 96 Camry with a pallet on the roof drifting around, but fuck it, we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna try to put you guys on the front facing camera so you can see what we're doing here. Whoa, too much. Way too much. There, now we got it so you guys can see what's going on. Woo! Got it. Oh, almost came out of it. Big curve coming up going by the castle house. Woo! No cop, no stop. Oh, too much. And that was a fail. Not the full scent. Oh, still too much. Damn it. So the parking lot I wanted to hit up, apparently they don't plow in the winter time. I guess that's cool. All right guys, so we're back in the garage. Sammy helped me, we cut up all the pallet wood, we got the wood stove going. Her bed's right next to the stove, so it's nice and cozy for her. And I wanted to show you kind of what we're working on for the welder. So again, this is gonna help us with the Fox body project, hopefully. So I'm just kind of mocking some stuff up right now, so I got some wood just to kind of see how I can lay this thing out. So here's what we're doing. So we got the welder down here, and just what I did for mock-up purposes is I bought this piece of wood right here. It goes down onto that roller. I just teed a piece of wood onto the bottom there, went up to a base, and then I ran a piece along the top just like that. So the idea is that I want to have a fully adjustable welding stand, so I could put the handles in there if I want to and use it as a conventional spot welder. So we took this vertical board here, we laid it down. The idea is that we're going to be able to clamp the bottom handle into place, and then I'm going to be able to use this. I'll have a tensioner down here by my hand, and I'll be able to do this and use it just as a normal spot welder. When we get going on that, after I get everything kind of mocked up, we're actually going to make it out of metal, I think. I don't think I want that part to be wood. I want it to be nice and sturdy. We'll see though, wood might work. So I just got to do a little bit more planning on that, and I'll kind of take you guys through that process this week as we work on the spot welder stand. Like I said, that's just a mock-up. I just wanted to kind of see how stuff's going to fit together. Other than that, we're going to do a little bit of work on the Mazda, I think. I'm just going to kind of get things cleaned up. It's pretty cold in here today, so my grease and stuff like that to pack the bearings is pretty stiff. So I don't know if we'll get that part of it done, but we're going to do a little more organizing. I got some stuff that I need to get into place, and I'll probably continue to work on the spot welder. I'll let you know if anything changes with that. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, please. I really appreciate it. See you next time.